So we finally managed to defeat that dirty bird. Now it's time for us to go over to Bale. Yep, we are going to Bale, alright. So, hi everybody, this is RRPG here, and welcome back to another episode of RRPG Let's Play with The Legend of Dragoon on the PlayStation. In today's episode, we're going to be spending our time in the town of Bale, and learning about what to do next, as well as history about the Black Monster, and visiting Levitte's mom, and doing all sorts of other great things while we're at it before we have to move out of here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with this episode that's already in progress, and we're going to go ahead and run our way up to the Indels Castle, capital Bale. And we are going to be treated by some lovely Hawaiian music when coming to this place. Just take a listen. It's that type of music that gives out that classic Mario vibe, if you weren't able to figure that out. But anyway, yes, we are here at Bale, finally. So this is the kingdom in northern Serdio. Let's go ahead and talk to this little girl, and she is fascinated to see that Levitte's is at her house.
Oh my god, it's Sir Levitte's! Oh, Sir Levitte's, please let me draw your portrait again.
I guess he'll abide by it.
Oh, don't move! It'll be done soon. Don't move!
Well, we can just sit here and just let this girl just do all the painting, and we will get, I think we will get an item out of it. I think Levitte's portrait might be a key item. I don't know. But let's just see if we do get something out of it. Probably not, but I would be sad if we don't get something out of it.
Yes, here you go.
Oh, yes we do. Portrait of Levitte's. That is a key item. Isn't it a little too handsome?
I don't think so.
Thank you. I'll treasure this.
Okay.
Yes, Levitte's will treasure it with all of his might. Okay, let's open up this treasure chest. We get ourselves 50 gold. I think we check here. No, we don't. We don't get something out of there. I know we get something that's inside of a chimney in one of the houses here, or inside the castle, where we get ourselves some gold dust. But I don't think we can get any inside of this girl's house. Sadness. Yep, we can't. Yep, we don't get it inside this girl's house, but we can go down this ladder here to see if we can actually get something at the far back end, but probably not. Nope. It's just there for show. I feel gypped. They shouldn't even put that there. Unless if there was something of big importance like a treasure chest or something. And evidently that wasn't the case when we came all the way back there. Sadness. We don't need to stand up for this. Let's go and find something else that might be good. To the left is the castle of Indels. It's a beautiful castle and the pride of Serdio. Oh, I bet it is. Alright, now if we come in here, I think this is the bar. Spirits? Yeah, I have good ones. 100 gold per bottle. Want it? I guess we will buy ourselves a bottle of spirits.
Thanks.
Acquired good spirits. So, good spirits, that's actually, as I've been saying, it's like liquor, or it's like beer. And we actually want to give it to somebody here, so that way we can actually do something useful. Okay. Now, I think if we come in here... Oh, this is an item shop. I thought it would be the weapon shop, but unfortunately it's not. We can buy ourselves some items here if we want, but there is a weapon shop here where we can upgrade to some better equipment. Well, at least for a couple people, I think. And we can gain ourselves a couple new attack items. Spear Frost, which is a water-based individual attack, where it has its own multiplier. Meteor Fall, it's an earth-based attack. And we are kind of running short on items that are in our inventory. So I think we need to let go of some of these items. Yeah, it really stinks when you have a bag with a limited number of items that you can hold up. So if you want to sell some stuff back to get some profit out of them, be my guest, because nobody is going to stop you. And it would be best, too, so that way you can have some extra space for your bag in case if you find something that's better in terms of items and whatever. Okay, so... I don't think we need another body purifier. I think we're good with what we have here. Might as well buy 1 Spear Frost and 1 Meteor Fall, just for the heck of it. Okay, the Mind Purifier. It dissolves fear, bewitchment, confusion, and dispirit. Yep. Okay, so... yeah, that was what the Mind Purifier does. So there are 2 types of character restoration in terms of status effects. One is the Body Purifier, while the other is the Mind Purifier. Okay, now if we come this way, I think we should be able to find the... I hope... Let's check this box. Nope, there's nothing inside that box. What about the barrels? Nope. How about the well? In the water well. Yes, we got ourselves another Stardust. So that's 2 Stardust in this game that we have. Okay. No, I never noticed this before. Looks like a barn. Yes, it is a barn. But there really isn't anything of big importance except for something up there. But I think we can slide down on the... bales. Actually, how are we going to get up there? I know we can get ourselves an item right here. I think, do we need to... I think I know where we need to go in order to get that item. And I think it involves us having to cross the roof of Levit's house. And Levitz is telling us we need to brief King Albert because he has to draw his line as a knight. Has to draw the line of a knight first, then being a normal civilian. Which would make sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one thing really quick. And we're going to go down here. By going down here, we actually talk to this old man. Smells like spirits! And his name's Dran, by the way. And he does look like an old hick drunk. And they're good ones! Oh! You're gonna give me spirits? Sure, might as well. Brother, you're generous. Well, I'll have it. And he moves out of the way for us to walk forward. And it's a good thing, too, since we can now go inside, I think, the sewer line of Bale. Yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to describe words, folks, so just bear with me. But if we do come the underside, that will actually bring us underneath the castle, too, believe it or not. As you can just hear the music in the background playing, that means we are underneath the castle. I wonder if we can get ourselves a Stardust while we're down here. Probably not, but we'll check. At least I hope. No, it actually just brings us right over here. So, that was a waste. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and we will head over here because I think there's a switch, or there might be something else. Nope, it's just a gate, and it won't open by hand. And we want to take that boat if we want to get ourselves another Stardust. So we'll have to come back here in a little bit. So, first priority is to go meet King Albert, regardless. But we do want to stop by the weapon shop first to upgrade our characters. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back this way. Something tells me we probably should have visited that old man after we visited the king. Well, it would make sense if we were going to have to open up those gates in the sewer to take that boat ride, or to get back inside of the castle in some way, shape, or capacity. Okay, and here's another part of Bale that we can travel across. Hey, get out of my way! We can't actually get inside of that door because of that water bucket that's blocking the way. But let's see if we can try to find the weapon shop while we're at it. Actually, I think there is another, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but let's check. Actually, it's on the other side, now that I think about it. And I think it's inside of another house or another place, but I can't be so certain. Okay, so it's not here. So let's go ahead and just head out and go elsewhere. I thought there was a house that we can actually try to find one of the, what do you call them? To find one, why are the words not coming out of my mouth? One of the Stardust pieces. Ugh! Okay, so this is the hospital in case we need, I guess we can heal ourselves. Yeah. Treatment in case we need to cure our abnormal conditions, poison, fear, and dispiriting. But we actually don't need that whatsoever since we are all in good health. So we can go ahead and leave that place alone. And what about this house over here? There's something good? Hopefully. No, well, it's a library, but I don't think we're going to find any Stardust here. Yep, just a bunch of information that we can learn about in this game. Or we can just climb down from right there. Okay, so nothing of big importance, so let's go ahead and head out. And let's go to the weapon shop finally. I know there was a piece of Stardust that I was missing, but I can't remember where it was. Are there 3 inside of the castle? That can't be right. But we are in the weapon shop. Let's go take a look at the spears. There's a stone among the spears. And we acquired another Stardust. But anyway, we do need to talk to the weapon shop owner, or the weapon shop. This is where we can buy weapons and armor. And even though we can get a bastard sword for Dart, which we already have, we can actually gain a sparkle arrow, which is a new type of bow for Shauna. So we'll go ahead and we'll equip that and buy one for her. And we can buy a piece of scale armor, and I think we're going to give that to Dart, so that way we can increase his defenses. And we'll give him a salad as well, which is a type of helmet that Levitz already has. Yeah, and it increases the rate of physical attacks by 10%, so it increases our accuracy a little bit. And we have Poison Guard. We have Panic Guard in case if we need to avoid the abnormal status of confusion, and a Stun Guard to avoid the abnormal status of being paralyzed. And the Bravery Amulet, we can avoid ourselves from getting the Fear status. The Night Shield raises physical defenses power slightly if we wanted to, but I think we might give that for Levitz, since he is a knight. And we will equip it on him. Okay, I think, well, we could sell the items that we previously had, but I really don't think it's quite necessary at this moment, but, we might as well go ahead and get it done. Right? Okay, get rid of that. Yeah, some of these things we don't need anymore, but we will keep the Poison Guard on us. And we'll get rid of the bandana, too, and the bracelet. So, we'll just keep the Poison Guard for ourselves. Okay, so we're done here. Now it's time to report to King Albert. About time, too. Yeah, I think there's 3 inside of the castle, the Stardust, because we actually found 2 that were outside, and I know there's 1 at Levitz's home. Now that I think about it, I think it might be down in the first floor basement. Don't quote me wrong on that, but I have a feeling that's where we're going to find it. We open this up, we got a sparkle. Wait a minute. They had one in the castle? So we actually didn't need to buy one. Dude, what the hell? What the hell was that? Oh, okay, now I remember where it was. Ouch, phew. We got ourselves another Stardust here. Very good. And I think this is where the smithy is, but we cannot even grind our weapons, sadly. And this is where knights do their practice in case if they need to increase their strength. They're just get some good practice in, but we're not going to bother them at this moment. I think we're going to go up the stairs here. Okay, and I think we can take this ladder down, and we can take this other ladder. And if we do this, if I'm not mistaken, that is, we can actually we can actually lower this. Yes, and by doing that, those will open the doors that are in the sewer. And we'll come back there, I think, in the next episode, since we're already about 15 minutes over. I think we're going to be spending our time talking to King Albert, and then going outside to talking to Shauna and determining what we're going to do. I didn't realize it was going to take this long with all the stuff that we had to do in this episode today, so I do apologize in advance, guys, so... Okay, we actually do need to go up this way. But hey, I know some of you actually like those longer videos, and I praise you for that. Okay, we got ourselves another treasure chest in here. What do we get? 100 gold pieces. That's pretty good. We can actually come in here if we want to cross the balcony of the castle. We can come over here. Because by coming over here, we can actually go down this ladder. And by going down this ladder, this will actually bring us back to the first floor of this place. If we come over here, if I'm not mistaken... Wait a minute. Where is the other... Okay, the active ring. Let's go ahead and take a look at the active ring and see what that does. Okay, the active ring that will avoid the abnormal status dispiriting. Okay, so that is in case if we can't even get any spirit points after we attack our enemies or using our additions or whatever. But I'll be explaining that much later. Okay, so can we get out of this room now, finally? Can I not find the other, what do you call it, the other Stardust while we're here visiting? We might as well go ahead and find it right away, right? It's around here somewhere. I think you have to... You cannot climb the... Yes, you can. It's right over here, at this sculpture or whatever. We found the other piece of Stardust. Okay, I think we're ready to visit the king now. And here they come to greet King Albert. I am the head of the first knighthood, Levitz Slambert. I am back from the field. Oh, Levitz! I was feeling uneasy because I heard you were missing. Oh, please make yourself comfortable, everyone. Your Majesty, it's more than I deserve. Ha ha ha. It was true. His Majesty was so dismayed that he couldn't see to his affairs of state. So that's Minister Noish, and that's King Albert, and that looks like the hooded man that we saw at Helena Prison after Dart, Shauna, and Levitz left Helena. Or left the place. Oh, Noish, please don't tease me. Levitz is a friend from my childhood as well as a master of martial arts. Anyway, where have you been? After my first knighthood was wiped out, I was captured by Sandora and held against my will in Helena Prison. What? In Helena? However, thanks to the act of this young man, I managed to break out. Let me introduce these people to you. Dart and Shauna. They are from Celis. I thank you for saving Levitz. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. In gratitude for this, tell me if you need anything. I have a favor to ask. Is it possible to take care of Shauna in this castle? What? It seems Imperial Sandora attacked Celis to take Shauna away, so they could go after Shauna any time. And when I think of it... Is that the reason you brought me here? Shauna... I can walk next to Dart. I have been working towards that. There's nothing we can do about the time we were apart, but I want to be with you forever. Unfortunately, you cannot leave her here. Imperial Sandora obtained the force called the Dragon and went on the offensive. We are holding the battle line in Hoax, but if the dragon can fly at low altitudes and directly attack the castle, we cannot defend it even with the high ramparts. There is no place safe in Serdio now. Besides, you do know how she feels about you, don't you? Shauna, it may be even more dangerous from now on. I don't mind as long as I can be with you, Dart. Well, I take back the request, but one more thing. I would like to ask a question to Minister Noish. Ask me anything, son. My head is filled with all the legends and history of the continent of Indinus. I was on a journey to pursue the Black Monster. The Black Monster. The monster that attacked me 18 years ago. The only thing I know is that he deprived me of my parents and my hometown. You were a victim of the devil. I want to hear everything. Please tell me about it. There's hardly any information left. Everything that was related to him was reduced to ashes. The only thing I know is, the black monster is called the devil that disobeyed the great existence, and it is also known for devouring the god. Devouring the god? Yes, and surprisingly, it shows up in the history beginning 11,000 years ago. 11,000 years ago is the time of the Dragon campaign, the time the Dragon campaign ended. You're exactly right, Your Majesty. Instead, I will tell you the story of the Dragon campaign.
As if they were gods, Winglies ruled over all living creatures and used them as slaves. The enslaved suffered a terrible domination and injustice. Their anger turned to a flame of fury. Then a gust of wind blew throughout the lands, spreading the flame to a blazing fire. The wind was Emperor Diaz. 7 incarnations of dragons served the Emperor. Their bravery inspired people to take up arms. Thus began the Dragon campaign. It was a harsh war. Both people and Winglies suffered countless injuries and fatalities. After a long period of suffering, it was the humans who acquired the future. The age of humans had begun.
History lesson, I will say. So, we learned a little bit about the Dragon campaign that took place in history in the continent of Indels. The Black Monster appeared after the Dragon campaign. Excuse me, sir. It's time for the war meeting. I see. Tell them we will come soon. Dart, Shauna, this war will be a particularly harsh one for those who no longer have a home to return to. The castle is very quiet now. It is the best place to think about your future.
But this is our first time in the castle.
Well, there is a place with a great view next to this room. Go enjoy yourself.
The view from the castle. I see. Please excuse me.
She is so hasty. Please excuse me too. Good view from the castle indeed. That's a nice view. From here, we can see all of Bale. Might we even be able to see Celis?
Celis is over the mountain. Besides, we cannot see it anyway because we are so far. I hope everybody is safe.
I'm sure they are okay. Yes, they are. According to the brief by my aide, most of the people in the village are safe. Really, I am relieved to hear that. But it will take time to rebuild the village.
Still, good. I can meet everybody again.
But we have bad news. Sandora is now readying itself to attack us. They are planning to use the dragon for the offensive on Hoax.
A dragon? If they release that monster in the battle, it will be total genocide.
Our role, as the knighthood, is to stop it. I'm heading to Hoax now. Maintaining the battle line will determine the future of Bale. I have lived only for myself. I believed it was just something I had to complete by myself, even if I had to leave Shauna and the people of the village behind. But when I came back, look at this. I almost lost my hometown again. Levitz, I am going to hoax with you. I don't want to see any more senseless bloodshed. What about the Black Monster? We have to end the war first.
Once Dart makes up his mind, he never changes it. Of course, I am going to. I can't stand the war either. I can fight too.
You guys. Everything is determined and now we have to prepare. Then let's go to Bale now. There are item shops, weapon shops, and my home. Please meet my mother. She will be happy because she hasn't had a guest for a while.